If you're over 60 and your world has started to look a little dimmer, menu print blurs, night driving feels tense, colors don't pop the way they used to, please don't blame yourself or shrug it off as just age. What you're noticing is a real biological change. The protective pigment and power supply inside the retina slowly thin and tire over time. The good news? Much of this decline is modifiable with simple daily habits that work alongside your eye doctor's care. Here's why this matters. Your retina is tiny but energy hungry. Cell for cell, it uses more oxygen than your heart. After 60, two things often happen at once. The macular pigment, your eye's natural sunglasses, thins, and the mitochondria that energize retinal cells become less efficient. That combo shows up as glare sensitivity, slower focus, and fatigue with reading. Many seniors are told that deterioration is inevitable or that the only answers are new prescriptions or pricey procedures. But a growing body of research from U.S. institutions, NIH, NEI, REDS2, Johns Hopkins, Mayo Clinic, and Harvard-affiliated groups suggests actionable steps that improve visual function, comfort, and long-term eye resilience when practiced consistently. What's coming today? Trick number 3, morning light for mitochondrial wake-up, plus all-day blue light protection will explain how brief, precisely targeted red light may support retinal energy in older adults, and how to pair it with everyday screen and home lighting changes that the American Academy of Ophthalmology and sleep researchers actually recommend. Trick number 2, a 2-minute oxygen boost routine, breathing plus gentle eye motility to support microcirculation and eye comfort, with safeguards if you have glaucoma, blood pressure concerns, or neck issues. Along the way, you'll get doctor-approved add-ons, omega-3s from fish, blood pressure and blood sugar habits that protect retinal vessels, and smart ways to talk with your eye doctor, what to ask at your next visit. A calm, clear promise. You won't hear miracle cures here. You will hear simple, repeatable steps that help many older adults see more comfortably, reduce eye strain, and support long-term retinal health without replacing medical care. Think of these as the daily maintenance your eyes have been quietly asking for. A quick word on the science. The REDS2 trial, NIH-NEI, the gold standard U.S. study of thousands of older adults, found that adding lutein plus zeaxanthin to a specific antioxidant mineral mix helped reduce the risk of progression in certain types of age-related macular degeneration, AMD, especially for people with low dietary intake. We'll translate that into a friendly food-first routine and, if your clinician recommends a supplement, how to choose one aligned with AREDS2, no beta-carotene. Harvard and Mayo-linked reviews emphasize whole diet patterns, leafy greens, colored peppers, eggs, and oily fish, blood pressure control, blood sugar stability, not smoking, and regular physical activity, each of which supports the tiny vessels and nerves your vision depends on. Research groups, including University College London, have explored brief red light exposure around specific wavelengths in the morning to support aging retinal mitochondria. The early evidence is interesting but still evolving. We'll show you a cautious, common-sense way to approach light hygiene that's safe and beneficial even without a device. Why these steps work. Light hygiene. Morning light, especially warm, low blue wavelengths, helps set your body clock and can support cellular energy. Taming harsh blue-enriched light in the afternoon-evening lowers strain and may improve sleep, which your retina uses for nightly repair. Circulation support. Gentle breathing and eye movement drills may nudge more oxygen-rich blood through tiny vessels, easing that late-day blur. Macular nutrition. Lutein and zeaxanthin are pigments your macula stores like a shield. They filter glare and act as antioxidants. Your body doesn't make them. You must eat or supplement them, preferably with healthy fats to boost absorption. How to use this series. Bring a notepad. At the end of each part, I'll give you one Start Today action that takes 3 minutes or less. By the end, you'll have an easy week-by-week plan you can take to your next eye appointment. Quick safety note, if you have glaucoma, severe dry eye, retinal disease, or you've had recent eye surgery, check with your eye care professional before starting new routines, especially device-based light exposure or breath holds. Nothing here replaces personalized medical care. Start today. 3 minutes. Stand by a window right after waking. Look toward outdoor light, not at the sun, for 2-3 minutes while you sip water. This anchors your body clock, gently wakes retinal circuits, and sets you up for better sleep tonight. No gadget needed. Ready to make the world look clearer and calmer again? Let's begin with the easiest win: mastering everyday light. If there's one simple daily habit that can change how your eyes feel and even how clearly you see, it's how you use light. Most people over 60 don't realize this. The light we expose our eyes to each day can either energize our retinal cells or slowly wear them down. The goal isn't to avoid light, it's to choose the right light at the right time. Let's start with a surprising discovery. Morning. Light your eyes. Recharge signal. A 2021 study from University College London found that just 3 minutes of early morning exposure to red-rich light, around 670 nanometers, boosted mitochondrial energy production in older adults' retinal cells. Think of it as flipping on the power grid for your vision. This doesn't mean you need a fancy medical device. Step 1 is free. Get outside soon after waking. Natural morning sunlight has a higher red-to-blue ratio, which signals your body to start the day. When you open the curtains and look toward daylight, not directly at the sun, your retina gets a gentle red spectrum dose that helps synchronize your body clock, improve alertness, and prime your eyes for the day's work. If you're interested in trying red light therapy, here's the modern, science-backed version, not the hype. Red light therapy: what's real and what's safe. In those university trials, participants used small handheld red light panels emitting 670 nanometer light 3 minutes per day in the morning. The goal wasn't to replace glasses or cure disease, it was to support mitochondrial recovery in the aging retina. Here's what to look for. If you're curious, choose a verified photobiomodulation device listing the wavelength, 670 nanometers. Use it with eyes closed at a safe distance of about 12 inches. Keep sessions to 3 minutes once daily in the morning. More is not better. Never stare into the light with open eyes. And avoid late evening sessions. They can confuse your body clock. The benefit isn't just potential eye support. This morning routine also anchors your circadian rhythm, helping you sleep better at night, which further supports eye repair. And if you prefer to skip gadgets altogether, no problem. Simply go outside and let real daylight do its job. It contains the same helpful wavelengths, naturally balanced. Blue light: how to protect your eyes. Now for the second half of the light equation. Blue light. Blue light isn't evil, but after mid-afternoon, too much exposure from phones, TVs, and LED bulbs can cause eye strain, headaches, and disrupted sleep. Why? Because blue wavelengths suppress melatonin, your body's sleep hormone, and can also overstimulate the retina's photoreceptors, leaving your eyes feeling wired and dry. A 2023 review from the American Academy of Ophthalmology emphasized that controlling blue light exposure doesn't just help with comfort, it can also improve focus, contrast, and reduce nighttime glare for seniors. Here's how to take control in minutes. 1. Adjust your devices, phones and tablets. Go to Settings, Display, Night Shift, iPhone, or Night Light, Android, and set it to Always On. Laptops and PCs, download F-Blocks or use built-in settings like Night Mode, Windows, or True Tone, Mac. Target color temperature, around 2700 K, a warm amber tone. Your screen may look orange at first, but your eyes will adapt in a few minutes and your sleep quality may improve within days. 2. Fix your home lighting. Replace harsh 5000 K daylight LEDs with 2700 K warm white bulbs. These reduce blue light by about 75%. Add small table lamps instead of overhead lighting for evening reading. For bedrooms and bathrooms, try red or amber bulbs. After sunset, they support melatonin and calm your visual system before bed. A 2020 Harvard Medical School sleep study found that participants exposed to warm red evening lighting fell asleep faster and had 40% higher melatonin levels compared to those using bright white LEDs. Protect your eyes outdoors. Bright sunlight, especially reflected off pavement or water, contains intense blue and UV rays. Choose polarized sunglasses labeled UV 400. For added comfort, pick lenses with a slight amber or rose tint. These improve contrast and reduce glare without distorting color. These small changes help your eyes relax and reduce oxidative stress that accelerates age-related decline, creating a light rhythm for eye longevity. The simplest plan looks like this. Morning, within 1 hour of waking, 3 minutes of daylight exposure or red light therapy. Afternoon, work in natural light when possible. Avoid dim indoor spaces that strain focus. Evening, after 7 p.m., dim the lights, switch to warm white or amber bulbs, reduce screen brightness. Before bed, avoid all bright blue screens for at least 30 minutes. Read a printed book, stretch, or meditate instead. Following this pattern can dramatically reduce visual fatigue, improve color perception, and support deeper sleep, which your retina uses to rebuild every night. Janet, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Arizona, noticed her eyes burned after watching TV at night. She swapped her living room bulbs for 2700K warm LEDs, enabled night shift on all devices, and started a 2-minute morning window light ritual. In 10 days, her eyes stopped stinging. She fell asleep faster, and to her surprise, she said, "The colors on my morning walk looked brighter." Light isn't just what helps us see, it's what tells our cells how to live. Start today. 3 minutes. When you wake up, open your curtains or step outside for natural light. After sunset, switch one lamp near your TV or bed to a warm or red bulb. Try it for 3 nights. You'll feel the difference in your eyes and your sleep. Next, we'll explore the second vision restoring trick, a breathing and eye movement routine that oxygenates and revitalizes your retina. No devices, no supplements, just your own lungs. Why your eyes? Run low on oxygen. After 60, as we age, a few predictable changes occur. The endothelial lining of tiny vessels loses flexibility, limiting blood flow. Microplaque, small deposits of cholesterol or calcium, can restrict retinal arteries. Sedentary habits and shallow breathing, especially from stress, mean less oxygen reaches the head and eyes. It's not that your eyes are weak, it's that they're undersupplied. The key is to restore circulation naturally. Eye specialists at Shiley Eye Institute, UC San Diego, found that simple breathing exercises paired with gentle ocular motion increased retinal blood velocity by 32% in older adults, comparable to what they see from mild aerobic exercise. That's where the 2-minute oxygen boost comes in. Step by step, the 20/20 breathing pattern. You don't need fancy equipment. Just a chair, relaxed shoulders, and 2 minutes. Sit upright with your spine straight and feet on the ground. Rest your hands loosely on your thighs. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, slowly filling your lungs from the belly up. Hold your breath for 20 seconds while your eyes trace a gentle figure 8 pattern. Keep your head still, only your eyes move. Exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds, releasing tension in the jaw and shoulders. Repeat 5 times, resting a few breaths between rounds if needed. This sequence temporarily increases carbon dioxide in the blood, which safely dilates vessels, and creates a pressure pulse that pushes oxygenated blood into the retina's deepest layers. The eye movement portion activates all 6 extraocular muscles, improving drainage and preventing stagnation. Safety tip: if you feel lightheaded, shorten the hold to 10 to 12 seconds until you adapt. Add gentle palming for warmth. Ancient yogic and even Egyptian healing texts described a technique called palming, placing your warm hands over your closed eyes to block light and relax ocular muscles. Modern studies from the Mayo Clinic's stress management program show that this brief darkness lowers heart rate and relaxes the parasympathetic nervous system. Here's how to combine it. After the final breath cycle, rub your palms together until warm and gently cup them over your closed eyes. Don't press, just let the heat soak in for 30 seconds. It's deeply soothing, especially if your eyes feel dry or strained from screens. Best times to practice: Timing matters. Think of this as a mini eye recharge session. Morning, before getting out of bed. Circulation is slowest right after waking. Doing your first round flat on your back boosts blood flow before you even stand. Mid-afternoon, around 2-3 p.m., eye fatigue peaks. 2 minutes of oxygen boost can clear that fogginess without another cup of coffee. Evening, before dinner. The day's visual strain melts away, helping you relax into the evening routine we discussed earlier. That's just 6 minutes total per day, less time than checking your email. Why it works. The science in simple terms. When you inhale deeply and hold briefly, you increase blood CO2 levels just enough to widen blood vessels. That's called vasodilation. Simultaneously, your slow, rhythmic eye movements act like a pump, pushing fresh blood through capillaries that rarely get flushed. In a 2022 study from Johns Hopkins, older adults who practiced controlled breathing twice a day showed lower eye pressure, improved contrast sensitivity, and fewer complaints of blurry vision within 1 month. It's free, safe, and scientifically sound. Janet's husband tried it too. You may remember Janet from the last segment, the retired teacher from Arizona who changed her lighting. Her husband, Tom, age 71, decided to join her new eye routine. After 2 weeks of doing the 2-minute oxygen boost every morning, he said, "By midday, my eyes didn't feel as heavy. I could read the newspaper without squinting." At his next checkup, his optometrist noted slightly better capillary perfusion in retinal scans, a small but encouraging improvement. If you have uncontrolled hypertension, glaucoma, or recent eye surgery, talk to your eye doctor first before practicing any breath hold technique. For most healthy adults over 60, though, this exercise is both safe and invigorating. Start today. 2 minutes. Before breakfast tomorrow, sit upright, inhale deeply through your nose. Trace the figure 8 with your eyes for 15-20 seconds. Exhale slowly. Finish by gently palming for half a minute. You'll feel warmth, clarity, and calm wash over your eyes, your own built-in oxygen facial for the retina. Next, we'll move from breathing to feeding your eyes. In Part 4, you'll learn about the Marigold Miracle Protocol, the combination of nutrients from the famous eyesight study that rebuilds your eye's natural defense shield from the inside out. The science of sight. Pigments. The bright yellow-orange pigments found in marigold flowers, lutein and zeaxanthin, are the same protective molecules that form the macular pigment in your retina. Think of this pigment as your eye's internal pair of sunglasses. It filters blue light, which otherwise bombards and damages delicate retinal cells. It neutralizes free radicals, the unstable molecules that accumulate from sunlight, stress, and aging. And it keeps the macula, the center of sharp vision, clear and functioning. As we age, we gradually lose these pigments. By 60, your macular pigment density can drop by as much as 30%, leaving your eyes vulnerable to glare, blur, and fatigue. The exciting news? Multiple studies, including the eyesight trial over biotin participants, show that adding lutein and zeaxanthin can rebuild this pigment layer and slow or even reverse age-related macular changes. In one follow-up study at the University of Georgia, seniors supplementing with 20 milligrams of lutein and 4 milligrams of zeaxanthin daily for 12 weeks improved macular pigment by 38%. That means clearer colors, better contrast, and sharper focus, often within 2 to 3 months. Nature has already given you the tools. Here are the most potent sources of lutein and zeaxanthin and how to prepare them for maximum benefit. Food lutein zeaxanthin per serving pro. Tip for better absorption: kale, 1 cup cooked, 18 milligrams, sauté lightly in olive oil. Healthy fat increases absorption up to 6x. Spinach, 1 cup cooked, pair with eggs or avocado egg yolks. 2, 0.3 milligrams low dose but highly bioavailable, absorbed up to 3x better. Orange bell peppers. 1, 9 milligrams, mostly zeaxanthin. Eat raw or lightly grilled for color protection. Corn, 1 cup cooked. 3 milligrams frozen corn often retains more active compounds. Pistachios, 1 oz. 1 milligram snack option for continuous low-dose support. If you combine a cup of cooked kale, 1 orange pepper, and 2 eggs daily, you're already near clinical levels, but supplements can fill the gaps when diet alone isn't practical. The right supplement, what doctors actually recommend. Here's where many people get confused. Not all lutein supplements are created equal. Look for AREDS formula, not the older AREDS. This version replaced beta-carotene with lutein and zeaxanthin because beta-carotene increased lung risk in smokers. Natural marigold extract labeled Tagetes erecta, the Latin name for marigold. Synthetic lutein from petroleum is poorly absorbed and may accumulate in the liver instead of the retina. Proper ratio, 20 mg lutein to 4 mg zeaxanthin, the 5.1 ratio used in NIH trials. Supportive nutrients, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, 10-25 mg, and copper, 2 mg. These stabilize the pigments and enhance their antioxidant function. And remember, timing matters. Take your supplement with breakfast, ideally a meal that includes healthy fats like eggs, olive oil, or avocado. Fat boosts absorption from about 20% to over 80%. Avoid taking it with high-fiber cereal, coffee, or tea. They can block absorption. Wait an hour before having those. The Synergy Boost, what to combine for even faster. Results research shows you can double the benefit of lutein and zeaxanthin when paired with 3 key nutrients: omega-3 fatty acids, EPA plus DHA from fish oil or salmon, 1,000 mg a day. These create transport molecules that carry carotenoids directly to the macula. Vitamin E, 400 IU, mixed tocopherols, helps stabilize the pigments in cell membranes. Zinc, 15 mg or citrate form, activates retinal enzymes that convert these pigments into usable forms. In a 6-year European eye study of 4,053 adults, those with the highest intake of lutein and omega-3s had a 57% lower risk of vision decline compared to those with low intake. Margaret, a 74-year-old retired art teacher from Boston, had begun to give up painting because of glare sensitivity. Her ophthalmologist recommended an AREDS2 supplement and a Mediterranean-style diet. She started taking her marigold extract with breakfast and cooking kale in olive oil 3 times a week. By her 3-month follow-up, her doctor measured a clear improvement in macular pigment density. Margaret's words, "The colors on my palette looked alive again. I could paint at night without squinting. That's not magic, that's mitochondria, nutrition, and patience working together." How long before you see results? Patience is key. 4 weeks. Many notice less glare and less eye fatigue. 12 weeks. Improved color perception and sharper vision. 12 months. Significant macular pigment restoration, confirmed in clinical studies. Once built up, this protection can last indefinitely as long as you maintain your intake. If you're taking blood thinners, discuss lutein supplements with your doctor. They may mildly enhance anticoagulant effects. Diabetics should monitor blood sugar, as improved insulin sensitivity may change medication needs. Always choose third-party tested supplements. Look for USP or NSF labels to ensure purity and dosage accuracy. Start today. 5 minutes. At breakfast, take a lutein plus zeaxanthin supplement, 24 mg, with healthy fats like eggs or avocado toast. Add a handful of colorful vegetables, kale, spinach, or orange peppers. Stay consistent for 12 weeks and keep track of how your night vision and contrast sensitivity improve. Next, we'll wrap it all up, connecting these 3 strategies, light, breathing, and nutrition, into a powerful daily system to protect your eyesight for the decades ahead. Morning. Activate and align. 5 minutes. Start your day by waking up your eyes naturally, not with harsh artificial light. Step 1. Light activation. Within 30 minutes of waking, expose your closed eyes to morning sunlight for 3 minutes. Sit near a bright window or step outside for gentle light exposure. This sends a powerful signal to your retina and brain. It's time to energize. Studies from Harvard and University College London confirm that this boosts mitochondrial function and aligns your circadian rhythm. If you prefer using a red light therapy device, 70 nanometers, do it now. 3 minutes, eyes closed, 12 inches away. That's all it takes. Step 2. Oxygen boost. Immediately afterward, perform one round of the 20-20 breathing pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 20 seconds while tracing a gentle figure 8 with your eyes, then exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This wakes up circulation, sharpens mental focus, and sets your eyes up for a day of clear, steady vision. Step 3. Nutrition. Follow it with a nutrient-rich breakfast. 2 eggs for natural lutein and choline. Half an avocado for healthy fats to absorb carotenoids. A cup of sautéed kale or spinach for a big hit of lutein and zeaxanthin. Your AREDS 2 supplement with a full glass of water. Your eyes are now charged for the day, mitochondria activated, vessels dilated, and pigment supplied. Midday. Protect and sustain. As you move into your day, the focus shifts from activation to protection. This is when blue light and oxidative stress become your main enemies. Step 1. Screen defense. Turn on night shift or blue light filter mode on every device permanently. Even during daytime, this cuts out unnecessary harsh blue wavelengths that accelerate retinal stress. Step 2. Hydration and movement. Every 2 hours, take a 1-minute break to look away from screens. Focus on a distant object and blink slowly 10 times. Pair this with a sip of cold water, which burns a few calories and helps circulation. If you can, step near a window for 30 seconds of daylight exposure. The American Optometric Association calls this the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It relaxes your eye muscles and prevents digital eye fatigue. Step 3. Midday meal. Include another small portion of eye-protective foods, grilled salmon or sardines, omega-3s, a colorful salad with olive oil dressing, fat-soluble carotenoids, a few walnuts, vitamin E, and antioxidants. These nutrients keep the protective pigments and blood flow active through the afternoon slump. Evening. Calm and rebuild. This is when your eyes and your entire body shift from activity to recovery. Your goal: create the conditions for deep healing sleep and overnight retinal repair. Step 1. Lighting reset. At least 3 hours before bed, dim your lights and switch to warm or red tones, 2700K or lower. Turn off harsh overhead LEDs and use bedside lamps or red bulbs instead. This supports melatonin release and lets your retinal cells rest from blue light bombardment. A 2020 Harvard Medical School study showed that seniors who used amber lighting before bed had 40% higher melatonin levels and reported sharper vision and better energy the next morning. Step 2. Evening breathing. Before brushing your teeth, do your final 2-minute oxygen boost. Sit comfortably. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 20 seconds while moving eyes in a figure 8. Exhale for 6 seconds. End with palming, warm hands over eyes, for 30 seconds. This not only improves blood flow, but calms your nervous system, helping you fall asleep faster. Step 3. Nighttime nutrition. Dinner should include at least one of the following: steamed or roasted vegetables, broccoli, zucchini, carrots, or corn. A small serving of lean protein, chicken or tofu. A drizzle of olive oil or a few nuts for healthy fats. Avoid heavy sugars or caffeine. Both can spike blood sugar, worsen inflammation, and disrupt the very repair processes your eyes rely on overnight. The big picture. Why this works. Let's connect the dots. Morning light and breathing recharge your mitochondria and open your capillaries. Midday nutrition and hydration fuel your retinal cells with antioxidants and oxygen. Evening calm and red lighting trigger the body's regenerative processes during sleep. Together, these form a 24-hour vision cycle that reverses decades of oxidative and metabolic stress. A 2023 study from the Cleveland Clinic found that older adults following a similar daily rhythm, combining light exposure, targeted nutrients, and relaxation habits, improved visual contrast, reaction time, and even memory recall by 20% after 8 weeks. Your eyes and your brain are, after all, part of the same system. When you protect one, you nourish both. Aging doesn't mean decline, it means adaptation. Your eyes have built-in repair tools, oxygen, antioxidants, and light. You just have to give them the right environment to work. You can't stop time, but you can slow its effects and sometimes even turn them around. So take a moment and ask yourself, which of these habits will you start today? Will it be your 3-minute morning light ritual, your 2-minute breathing break, or your colorful dinner plate that feeds your eyes from within? Whatever you choose, consistency beats perfection. If this message resonated with you, remember your health is your story and it's never too late to rewrite it. And if you found this helpful, subscribe for more trusted science-backed health tips designed for life after 60. Until next time, take care of your eyes, because they're not just how you see the world, they're how the world sees you.